Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Abby Smith. Katy Perry could be the next star to sing at an AFL Grand Final, following in the footsteps of Kiss and Meatloaf. News Corp says the league is close to signing a deal with the international Popstar. The 39-year-old last performed in Australia in 2020, just before the first lockdowns. A watch and act alert remains in place following a fire factory in Melbourne's west. More than 100 firefighters tackled the blaze on Swan Drive yesterday. The blaze was fuelled by drums of kerosene, methylated spirits and ethanol. Western Metropolitan MP David Eddershank has blasted the Allen government for continuing to push toxic industries in the western suburbs.
The government really needs to start valuing the people of the West, respecting their right to live with appropriate and a level of safety. Resident safety, appropriate environmental protections should be being built into the planning system. Instead, we seem to have this totally ad hoc approach.
Police have ramped up patrols in Alice Springs after a violent brawl erupted in a car park ahead of the final night of the town's snapped 3-day curfew. The town has emerged from its third night under curfew to stop street violence. The Northern Territory's Police Minister says a decision around extending the lockout will be announced today. A new report analysing drug content in wastewater has revealed methamphetamine, cocaine and nicotine use in Australia are at record highs. It's also found cannabis use has been declining, though it still remains the most popular illicit substance.
So what we've seen in the cocaine market has been a further increase in consumption. This trend started in December 22, and so that continued throughout 2023. In the methamphetamine market, there's also been an increase in consumption.
Shane Nielsen from the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission there. Meantime, Federal Health Minister Mark Butler says he's working with the states to ensure new vape laws are being enforced. The new laws came into effect this month and ban the sale of vapes except in pharmacies with a prescription. The cost of construction is stabilising. A CoreLogic report shows the cost of building a new home has grown 0.8% in the last quarter, on par with the increase seen at the end of last year. Research Director Tim Lawless says it's bringing relief for the industry.
And those people looking to build a home or to renovate, unfortunately, we're still seeing construction costs rising, but nowhere near as quickly as they were a couple of years ago when the annual growth rate was getting up towards 12%.
Overseas, there's been a horrific murder of 3 people in the UK. An ex-soldier is accused of killing a mother and 2 daughters with a crossbow. The man was tracked down and has been taken into custody. Millennials and Gen X are earning more than their parents did at a similar age. That's according to the Productivity Commission's latest report into economic mobility in Australia. It's found one critical factor helping Aussies earn more than generations past was tertiary education. And for the first time, Buckingham Palace is throwing open the doors to its exclusive East Wing. From next week, the public will be able to tour the area, which has remained private since it was built 175 years ago. Entertainment and sport next. A devastated Alex De Minaur has pulled out of Wimbledon ahead of his clash with Novak Djokovic with a hip injury. The Aussie made the announcement hours before the quarterfinal clash.
I felt a loud crack, got a scan yesterday and it confirmed this was the injury and with high risk of making it worse if I was to step on court.
He's also now in doubt for the Olympics later this month, while in the women's quarterfinals, Alina Rybakina has beaten Ukraine's Alina Svitolina 6-3, 6-2. In footy, West Coast has announced Adam Simpson won't coach a farewell game this weekend. The Eagles made Simpson an offer to coach against the Lions, which has been turned down. Jared Schofield taking the reins as interim coach. Meantime, the Swans are heading to the AFL Appeals Board after the tribunal upheld a one-match ban handed to Isaac Heaney. The ban has ruled him ineligible for the Brownlow medal. And in NRL, the Rabbitohs are heading north for their round 19 clash with the Dolphins tonight. In entertainment news, George Clooney is the latest big name to call for Joe Biden to step down. The Hollywood star urging the US president to make way for a new leader for the sake of the Democrats. Opening statements have wrapped up in Alec Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter trial. He's facing charges following the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the Rust film set. And a major milestone for Inside Out 2, it's overtaken The Incredibles 2 as the highest-grossing movie in Pixar history, the family flick earning $1.25 billion globally. And that's the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.